Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. So, the way we're gonna do this is that I'm just gonna direct traffic for the most part, and direct certain questions to either one of y'all. And
Okay.
man, before we get too far into anything else, man, like let's start with you, Dre. Like talk about how this whole situation, the world we living in right now, just in general, outside of business, just personal, just you and the family, man. How y'all taking this in and how y'all dealing with this?
It's really slow motion, man. You know what I mean? Everybody just kind of doing what they got to do, you know what I mean, in terms of staying in the house, trying to go to work if you got to go to work, just staying safe. So, I mean, we pretty much taking it easy. Everybody's good.
Neil, let me introduce y'all too, man. We got Dre from Pillars. We got Nell from Fame Boutique, man. Two clothing lines, two brands that's in Chicago doing big things, man. I love both of y'all brands.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got a lot of integrity about what y'all do, and I just want to put this together to talk about the impact that we and the changes that we've been seeing. So Nell, how you and your family taking all this, man? Y'all in good health?
Yeah, everybody healthy for the most part. We just really taking it day by day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get past it, figuring out new ways to go about things, and just, you know what I'm saying, day by day.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's good to hear that y'all in good health, man, because man, this stuff is taking our people out, man, and it's happening at a rapid pace. I've been hearing stories from people that I actually know, about them losing family members. Dave from Fuck Fame. I'm glad to hear about his parents doing good. Both of his parents had caught the corona. Um, I just been trying to stay out the way and really listen to these medical experts more than anything, because
Yeah,
the one thing that made me take this shit serious is the fact that once I seen them cancel the NBA season, I'm like, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
off back, I know it's real, because these is billionaires. They not about to lose this type of money if it ain't serious. So I took it serious. As soon as I seen something like that, then next thing you know, you start seeing NBA players popping up with their cases. Kevin Durant, Rudy Gobert. It's a few other ones, man. So it really caught me by surprise, man. Like everybody else. But how have y'all been trying to navigate this? We'll start with you, Neil. How have you been trying to navigate this as far as like conducting a business? Because both you and Pillars on storefront location, and right now they telling people they really urging people to keep their doors closed during this time if possible. You know what I'm saying? So like, how's that been for y'all, man? Starting with you, Neil.
I mean, it been, it's a learning experience. It definitely showed me how to just, maneuver around the situation. Pretty much, it's just really like working your own line, working social media, doing a lot of shit, a lot of more shipping, and just trying to, like I say, move around your situation. You got to work around. You got to be able to work around the situation that's been presented to you. So it's definitely a growing experience, and it's definitely something that can give you a lot of growth and how to maneuver and continue to do business. Like, we all businessmen at the end of the day, and it's like you gotta figure out how to keep business going, or how to continue to eat when you got a situation such as this come up.
Yeah, what about you, Dre? How you adapting to the situation that we in, considering that you also got a storefront, which is what's that, the West Loop, right across the street from Leaders?
Yeah, man, we actually got two stores right now, but pretty much same thing like Fame said, man. You just gotta adapt, So we got a unique situation where we were able to be close in contact with our customers, so we can kind of facilitate a lot of transactions in a lot of different ways versus one of those big corporations. So it's just all about adapting.
Have either one of you had anybody from like the government reach out to you, because you are small business owners? Have you had any emails, any type of communication about any type of support that they trying to give y'all?
Yeah, they send us those just updates about the sanctions or whatever like that in terms of the rules and processes that you need to follow, as well as all the government assistance programs. A lot of them don't apply to my situation, but they definitely send it out.
Yeah, a lot of them don't apply to me neither, but I get a lot of emails all day about what's going on in business, but a lot of them don't apply to me neither. So
Right. Because I did an interview recently, as far as Flight School TV, I've been trying to teach myself how to adapt to this situation because I'm a real personal type person. I like to be in the environment when I'm talking to somebody. I like to shake your hand and feel the energy of the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a little shift that I had to do myself as far as adapting to this online interviewing, doing stuff like that, because there's something I always been against. I like being there. You know what I'm saying? Talking to you eye to eye, face to face. So we all just gotta adapt to the time. In our communities, we've been adapting for a long time, so this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna really stop us. It might slow us down, but it never stop us. We always adapt. We always had nothing and made it something. You know what I'm saying? Or took the little we did have and stretched it. So I'm confident that our people will be good. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, we can weather this storm, man. So I was talking to Fort Manor, Slick from Fort Manor, and he was telling me he brought up some shocking things that I didn't know about. Like he was talking about how the small businesses loans got put out there, and they were saying that it's supposed to alleviate some of the stress for small businesses because it's forgivable loans. And he was like, man, by the time he got his paperwork in, come to find out, $20 million went to like Roof Chris. Then a lot of the bigger companies all of a sudden started considering themselves a small business and took a lot of that money. And now you look at the situation and they saying all the money done ran out for the small business loans. Did y'all attempt to take advantage of that that loan program, or did y'all just kind of just be like, man, you know what, we just gonna keep it moving? We start with you, or now we start with you now.
I kind of, a lot of people was calling me like, you can get this, you can get that. But, I kind of wrote it off. I didn't feed into it. Like, it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a believer. And then on top of that, it was just like, I always looked at things like, I'm not going to let nothing stop my grind. I'm not going to let nothing stop my hustle. So at the end of the day, it was just like, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? It's in such a sense, it was like kind of prepared, but not prepared. I was kind of more so prepared because it was just like, I've never really, I haven't learned, like opening my store and running my business, I haven't did it. I've always did it financially out of my own pocket. So as far as it comes to like loans and things like that, me and we was talking about, we had a few conversations about a lot of stuff, and he put me on game about a lot of stuff. So it did change how I looked at certain things, but I never sat down and tried to fill an application out or turned in my paperwork because I was reading some of the guidelines, and a lot of them didn't apply to me. And then on top of that, it was just like, it was just too real to be, it felt like it was too good to be true in my eyes.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying, but right now, man, we in unprecedented times, man. We in uncharted waters right now. So they trying to come up with ways to help the people, but the solutions they've been coming up with, man, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So what about you, Dre? You heard anything about these small business loans?
Yeah, man. I do a lot of research on that kind of stuff. I'm kind of into the back end of the business. So one thing you got to know about the small business, when we say it, we think, somebody like myself or Fame that, you might do a couple 100,000 or something like that. But, I think I'm not exactly sure with the numbers, but I think a small business, you're considered a small business till you're around like $8, $9, $10 million in annual profits. Gross income. So, you can be technically a big business and still be small. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where a lot of those other businesses come in that might have 300, 400 stores, 600, 700 employees. So, you know, we are a small piece of that small business world. Because once you start getting into the real business world, I mean, you can do millions and millions, a couple $1,000,000 and still be considered a small business. But I did actually apply for a couple of the loans. Well, I stayed away from the loans. I was trying to get grants, but like you said, it did run out, which I kind of knew was. I didn't think it would have ran out, but I kind of figured it was a long stretch for me to get it. But I just tried it, so it didn't work out. But like I said, I was kind of in the same position Neil was in. Like I wasn't counting on it, but I figured, hey, I would try to see what happens.
So, like, I'm curious to know from y'all being business owners, and just from how y'all learn, what y'all learning we all learning on the fly right now. You know, we all taking in as much information as out there, but I feel like it's our duty to educate people that might not know these certain things. And you know, it's probably a large amount of people that's out there still trying to figure it out, and like we all are, but I mean, considering the times that we living in right now, like what are some of the things that you would advise other people on? Like if they just stuck in a rut right now and they really don't know which way is up, what is something that you would tell people from? I mean, we are, like I said, we all going through it, but from your perspective, what is something that you've learned recently and that you think it'd be good for other people to hear and know about? Let's start with you, Dre.
You mean in terms of like people with businesses?
I mean, just yeah. With
Okay.
dealing with how this is impacting, business and people money overall. Like, what advice would you give to people to sitting home watching this?
And I would just say that we're in a unique situation. So us being so small, we're able to adjust and adapt a lot quicker than some of the big corporations. So right now, it's a lot of voids in people's, day to day. A lot of stores are closed, which means that they're looking for other ways to obtain a lot of products that aren't available to them. So really, man, for someone that's hungry, somebody that wants to succeed, this is the perfect time to do it. You know what I mean? You can kind of just put your feet on the ground, do a lot of work, and get those products to them that they want to. Because, like I mean, it's a lot of stuff out here that you're not able to get that you might be used to getting, whether it's shoes, whether it's clothes, whether it's hats, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So just find that void and then try to make a way to make it happen, and you can find a lot of success in this situation.
Yeah, facts. What about you, Neil? How you feel? Is there any advice from something that you may have learned during this downtime about business and how to approach certain things during this time right now?
Personally, I've stepped back since we've been on lockdown the whole time. I really stepped back and I watched a lot of interviews with you, interviews with Weave. I watched a lot of interviews. I've learned a lot, and the main key I've been getting out of a lot of them is just like it's patience. It's patience, it's study. You can't sit back and expect something to just be given to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go get what you want. Like Dre said, you gotta really just the time to put your feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Things that you figured you couldn't do because of time wasn't on your side, you got number time now. So just really fall back, do your research, do your studying. You know what I'm saying? Make smart decisions, think before you react, and just, take your time. You got number time on your hands.
Yeah, I agree because with like I said at the beginning, I'm usually a person that like to pull up and talk to people face to face. So I've been taking this downtime really to evaluate the way I've been moving, the way I've been rolling things out. Even down to the way a Instagram video might look. So I've been trying to change the whole aesthetic of the company. I've been, really mapping out a game plan, because and I kind of been appreciating this little time, this downtime, because it's like everything slowed down. And I got kids, I got a girl at the crib, and they always tell me like, man, you always gone, you always here, you always there. So it's like a tug of war with my attention. So now that I've been able to spend time with the family, get them the time that they deserve with nothing else going on. So I mean, I'm at the crib, so I've been spending time with the kids, using, and also as far as like a business, I've been using this time to really make sure that I'm doing things the right way and trying to find new creative ways to release content, to create content. And I encourage everybody that's listening, man, like, just because we in this situation where it ain't a lot going on, the bars closed, parties closed, you know, it might be a blessing in disguise. It might be saving a lot of people money that they would be blowing in the club and blowing at these other places, you know. So it's not all bad. I just want to tell the people that it's not all bad. It's still money out here to be made, and there's still opportunities out here. And, you know, use this time to really rethink your game plan, you know, or not necessarily rethink it, but, you know, just adjust it to adapt to their situation. And you never know, you might even come out better than ever, you know. Sometimes we need this little time. But one thing that I did want to ask y'all, we'll start with you now, is the I'm not sure what you would call it, landlord or whoever owns the actual place that you rent out for your location, are they showing you any type of understanding during this time? Like, I've been hearing people, the landlords from some stores still trying to crack the whip, like, man, we need our money exactly on time. But then I've heard very, very few, but I've heard a couple stories where they was like, you know what, we all in this. Don't worry about if you short, or, you know, we'll catch up. We'll deal with this a little bit later. You've been good here. So what's been the situation as far as like keeping the storefront?
My landlord for the most part is really like they own their own business as well, jewelry store. So they've been lenient. They kind of know what's going on. They understand it. So I mean, at the end of the day, everybody still want their money. The banks, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want their money. So it hasn't been no, well, you gotta be on time or you gotta do this. I mean, I still paid on time and whatever because I still was able to during this time, but it was more so like, you know, they was really, they cool with it. You know, me and my landlord have an understanding, and we really, you know what I'm saying, we do good work together. So we work well together, a great chemistry. And it was more so they was really cool with it. They not too much calling looking for their money, or they not on top of it. But it's still just is like you say, everybody still want their money. The banks, the mortgage people, everybody want their money. So you still got to try to find a way to be creative and get what you got to. Oh, you still got to do that.
Right. How about you over there, Dre? How's the situation about keeping your storefront open, man? Is there any forgiveness or any leniency they showing you?
No, pretty much like you said, you know, it's a domino effect. So, you know what I mean? The people that you paying, they gotta pay people. You know what I mean? So we all understand what's going on, but that don't stop the checks from rolling in terms of the bills. So, you know, you just gotta make it do what you do. That's one part of the business. So, I mean, you still gotta pay.
Right.
And the thing is, like, even if you don't pay now, you're gonna pay later. You know what I mean? That's possible, but you know what I mean, you might as well get it out the way now.
Right. So it ain't really a situation where they like, man, you know what, we all messed up right now. So look, we're gonna do a discount, and it ain't no love like that going on, huh?
Nah, because you gotta understand, I mean, I don't know if you stay in an apartment or you rent, but you know what I mean, like, they still gotta pay their bills. You know what I mean? So it's just a trickle effect. So, you know, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I feel that, man. That was actually one of my ideas when I was talking. I just got off I just did an interview with Dave Jeff, and that was something I had mentioned in that interview. I was thinking, if y'all gonna do something for small businesses, why not do rent forgiveness for their storefronts? You know what I'm saying? For the people that own storefronts, why not just say for the next 6 months, you there for rent free, the government gonna pay your rent? I mean, don't that make sense to y'all, or what y'all think?
It makes sense, but it definitely makes sense. But you know, like I said back earlier, it was like that's almost too good to be true, you know. But it definitely makes sense to me though.
Right, because that's what I was thinking. But
especially when they expect you to close your doors, you know, they expect you to close your doors. So it's just like you just want our bills paid, because some people can't afford to keep their doors closed right now. Some people can, you know, and it's just like you gotta keep it going somehow, some way. But that's when your creative minds kick in. You gotta get creative somehow, some way.
Yeah, right now we live in this time that we living in right now, man. It's like two different groups of people. I keep saying this, but it's two different groups of people. You know, you got the people that's taking it real serious. They seeing the news reports, they seeing family members in the hospital, so they taking it serious. But then it's another group of people that's more so like, man, fuck this, I'm still popping out. Like this corona shit ain't finna fuck up my little party, or it's my birthday, I'm still finna pop out, you know. So I'm seeing a lot. I even seen Boosie do a Breakfast Club, and he was like, man, fuck this corona. Like, I just threw a party at the crib yesterday. So, you know, it's two groups of people. You got people that's taking it serious, and you got another group that's like, man, fuck this shit. So what do you think it would take for people to take this more serious and really stay their ass in the crib?
Who you asking that question to?
Either one of y'all.
Okay. I mean, I think kind of just like you said, man, it just don't depend on who it is and how they're affected by it. You know, everybody gonna react different. You can't expect everyone to be on the same accord with certain stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you have different viewpoints. You're gonna have different processes. You're gonna adapt to things different. You know what I mean? So I think it's unrealistic to think that everyone is going to react the same to a situation.
How you feel now?
I just feel like, you know, it's man, you know, everybody think different. Everybody don't think the same. So like you say, some take it serious, some don't. Some affected by it more than some. Like, to be honest with you, I really haven't seen a bad effect with this corona and me and my lifestyle, but the next man might not be able to say that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just depend on how your mindset is as a person. If it affects you, then it may be serious for you. If it don't affect you, it may not be as serious. It just really depends on what happened, how much this corona really have impacted your life at the point. As far as, you know what I'm saying, everybody taking it serious and things like that. Do I think people should be on the beach and all that stuff like that? I don't really think they should be doing that, but, you know, you still got to do everyday things. You still got to live every day, go in jewels, you still got things to do every day of the week. So, you know, it really depends on how it affects your life personally. That's all.
How has this time that we live in affected y'all creativity about even approaching creating new merch or dropping new merch? I mean, has it slowed down your creativity, or has it actually helped?
And it's done turn me up, man. You know, it's just gonna give you opportunity to do more, man. You know, so you gotta kind of, like I said earlier, you gotta adapt and adjust. You know what I mean? So I just started adding new stuff into my lineup. You know what I mean? Finding what people want and trying to give it to them. You know what I mean? So I've been doing a lot more with the shoes. You know what I mean? Never really was into the Jordans. Started picking up Jordans, trying to put them out there because a lot of the stores are closed and people want stuff, you know what I mean, on demand. So I've been finding success with that. You know what I mean? And just when stuff go down, you know what I mean, it's just gonna open the door for a lot of opportunities. So if you can find some opportunity and take advantage of it, you really ain't gonna have no problems.
Yeah. What about you, Neil?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. You know, the downtime, it cleared my mind and made me, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot. I can see now. You know what I'm saying? I can see where I'm going. I ain't doing too much at one time right now. So the creativity is turned to the max. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, just watching all y'all Instagrams and y'all interviews and stuff, like, I be tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I may not comment or nothing or something, but I definitely be tuned in, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all sparked a lot of different stuff, you know what I'm saying, in my mind that got me going. I'm on 10 right now, though. I'm on cloud 9. Like,
yeah,
I like stuff like this.
Yeah, I'm salty, man. Me and Dre had a dope ass interview, man. That shit ain't come out yet, man, because the damn audio was fucked up on it, man.
We can do it again, man.
I'm salty as hell, man. We need to touch bases again, man, because me and even the interview I did with Fame, another situation where that audio was, you know, it was sketchy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one thing about it that I've never been the type of person that's too thirsty to hurry up and just get anything out, because I want to make sure that if we gonna put this out, you know what I'm saying, when we started off, it wasn't all that, but one thing about a company, you should always show growth. I don't want to look like we going backwards. You know what I'm saying? So anything that we doing now, if it looked like something that, like, it looked like our first year, right now, if I drop something and it looked like something we dropped in our first year, then that shit dead. It won't even see the light of day because I gotta continuously show progression and represent Flight School TV and the person I'm interviewing. I gotta represent y'all brand the right way. So you don't want no janky ass interview out there, like, and that's maybe that for some people that might be the first thing they see on y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want it to be no janky shit. So man, I just want to, while I got both of y'all on the line, I want to say pardon the body. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely got things up and running now. So we got a new filming system, we got a new microphone system, everything brand new. So once this shit break, y'all two of the first people I'm coming to see. Now we was talking in front of Foot Locker that day.
Yeah.
What shoes were we was we trying to get that day? The
What
Bread
was
11?
them? I think the Bread 11s dropped that day.
Yeah, we was chopping it up right outside DTL or whatever that is over there. Yeah, good. But yeah, man, I'm glad I got y'all on the line, man. I know the people, people feeling it to hear from Chicago voices. Fuck like the national voices, know what I'm saying? What's going on in our community with the people we see every day. And that's what I'm trying to do here is uplift the voices that's in our community. So we ain't gotta really focus on what they doing in California. We know it's bad in New York, but let's talk about what's going on in our city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Dre, I know you got 1 foot in Chicago, then you be out of state a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Atlanta you be in, you said?
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about how things is going out there?
Man, it's pretty much the same everywhere, bro. Everybody on that semi-lockdown where, they tell you not to do stuff, but you can kind of move how you move. So I think it's consistent across the board.
Man, but one thing, I got both of y'all on the line right now. And the one thing that I made sure that I wanted to talk about was these upcoming releases and past releases. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the way you think it's going to help or hurt the fact that the online, you know how you got to do the in-store check-in for Foot Locker and all that? And then you got to sign up for RSVP and St. Alfred, other locations in around Chicago. Do you think it's going to eliminate bots from eating up all these releases, or you think it's gonna make it an even playing field to where people can score these upcoming releases?
I to be honest with you, I think it just made it harder. You know what I'm saying? Like we do the shoot shit on the regular, so you know what I'm saying. It might be easier for us, but at least like the customers, it's really gonna be hard for the customers.
What you think?
It's gonna be hard. Yeah, I think because I'm more of an in-store dude, so I ain't really mess around with the online like that until I was kind of forced into it.
Me too.
So, but the bots gonna get what they gonna get. So like Nell said, man, it's just gonna be harder for the average dude that's just got one account and trying to hit a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna work out that well. That's just the law of averages. So. But I don't think it's gonna last forever. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna open up in a month or two, and then stuff will go kind of back to, the stores will have the pairs, and you can go to the store and pick it up. But in terms of online right now, it's just gonna be tough, just because everybody got to get it online.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it'll help the true sneakerheads because everybody going like whether you a high roller or not, man. Like everybody taking some type of L's during this time. It don't matter who you are. Like you could be a billionaire, you losing millions. You can be a thousandaire and you losing hundreds. Like everybody taking L's right now, and it might actually help the people that's really real sneakerheads because you got to be a real sneakerhead to be spending money on shoes right now. You got to really love that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that's getting W's out here too, man. Like I said, it's a lot of opportunities. So everybody ain't taking L's, man. There's a lot of people out here winning, man, which is amazing. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people out here winning right now.
For sure.
And people still spending money, man. You know what I mean? Business is good for a lot of people right now. A lot of people seeing spikes in their online business and cutting costs and a lot of stuff like that. So I know it's hard for some people, but I don't want to kind of put that narrative out there like it ain't no opportunity, because it is. And if you're not winning right now, you can just try to change something to switch that up, because it's people out here doing it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And something else I want to put out there in the atmosphere, man. I want all the people viewing this to understand that if you lost your job and you collect unemployment right now, it's still other ways for you to get money. You know, if everybody has to stay at home, then the next logical thing that you should be thinking as a hustler is what businesses is going to excel in this time that we living in. So it's going to be deliveries. It's going to be deliveries. Figure out if you got a cannabis delivery service, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you got, you can sign up for DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Ship It, where you pick up people groceries. You know, it's ways to win right now because that market is surging right now because everybody is staying at home. Hopefully everybody is, you know, following these guidelines, and you know, you can get some tax-free money by doing some of these delivery systems. So I want to put that into the atmosphere too. Just something for everybody to think about. You know, if you got a car, go ahead, sign yourself up for some Grubhub and get to delivering, man. Make you a couple hundred on the side during this time. For sure. What were some of the releases that y'all seen, either recent or upcoming that y'all was like, damn, I need to grab that, or you need to try to shoot your shot?
Man, I'm on everything, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I'm on everything. I need it all, but you know what I'm saying? The Jordan 1s coming up, those blue black toes, I think it is, something like that. So,
like the Game Royals?
Yeah, those, and then they got the Fear Guys coming out next weekend, so I got my eyes on those too.
Yeah, them all black Fear Guys, them boys look kind of decent. I was thinking about them. What you think? What you got your eye on now?
Nah, I'm chasing everything. I try not to sleep on not shoot, not a release.
Yeah, we don't miss no beats. We don't miss no beats.
Man, I ain't trying to, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? My boy been getting busy though. Every time I get online, he got me smiling hard. You know what I'm saying? He getting busy though. So yeah, it's just I'm on every release. Like even shoes that I feel like that it ain't, you know, I like shoes though. So you know what I'm saying? Then it help your brand. You can be real creative with it. Like you ain't necessarily got to match every shoe with no t-shirt or nothing like that, but it just show you what's out, what's available, what's hot. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite release so far, and what's the release that you want to cop for your personal self? We'll start with you, Dre.
Man, I was liking them linens that dropped this weekend, man. Those linens, it was crazy, man. The stock was super low. You know, so I was gonna try to get like 100 pair of them, but
you talking about the Yeezys?
Yeah, the linen 350s. So, you know, I mean, I did end up getting a couple pairs, so I'm gonna definitely tuck me one. But that was something I was super excited about. One of those colorways that was super hard.
Yeah. Now, what's the shoe that's coming up where you want to cop not just for the resale, but for your personal?
The Jordan 1s, those blue Jordan 1s. Like I said, man, I definitely like to kind of tuck away the Jordan 1s just because I think they age well.
Yeah.
So. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to go crazy on those. Don't be surprised if you see me with 100 pair of those.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'll be right there. I'm be right there calling your phone. Like, I need some of them, bro.
You're gonna be on your bumper. Well, hey, Neil,
right there.
What's one of the previous releases that you either copped or you missed, but that you wanted for your personal? And what's one of the shoes that's upcoming that you really want to try to grab?
I mean, I really don't too much miss no personal pair. I try to get their shoe for my personal, whether I sell it later down the line or just put it up. But like you say, them linens, them linens hard. They was, as far as that go, I think that was a nice little wave right there, because that's gonna look nice in the summertime. That sun hit it. Them was hard. But I think I gotta definitely cop me them Flint 13s though.
Ooh, you took the words out of my mouth, my boy.
Listen, hit me out. Look, I've been chasing them since the first look. You know what I'm saying? I've been chasing.
On my kids, bro. On my kids. I'm eyeing them. I swear to God, they're one of my favorites.
When I say I'm gonna get a hold of them, I've been chasing them, but I ain't been having no good luck on none of them really lately. So
there's some people out there selling them, but you ain't trying to pay for them.
Yeah, no. I think we should be able to grab them from.
They're gonna be out there. It's gonna be a general release, but it's gonna be a lot of hype around it. I missed on them V3s, man. Them V3 700s. So that's something that I'm gonna have to go back for.
Which ones? The all black ones?
Yeah, the all black V3s that just they dropped like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you like them though? You was feeling them?
Yeah, I struck out, man. I want some. I ain't grabbed them yet, but I ain't getting none of those.
Yeah,
I got like 3 pair of them sitting around right now. I wasn't feeling them too much though.
You got a 10.5 over there, man.
I got 11 for you.
Oh no, I can't do no 11.
yeah, man, because it's a lot of drops coming out, man. Shit, I'm looking on Kicks on Fire right now, and shit, I see some. They got the alternative great 5s. They got the Jordan 6 hairs. They got the Jordan 1 Bloodline.
Them
Damn, they
6
got
heads gonna go crazy.
hell yeah, and they
Yeah, they
got
stay push them back.
a smoke gray Jordan 1 look like. Then they got a black and yellow Jordan 12. It look like they got some shit, man. They got some white and blue 14s on the way. Them boys look slick. And them Oregon Duck 5s. Man, so Jordan about to get busy, man. I just hope that at some point in time we can get back to something that we would consider normal, because I don't know, man. It was kind of like a big shock. All this shit happened real fast and kind of force you to adapt real fast. You got to pivot real fast. The ones that's quick on their feet, they're gonna adapt the quickest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just gonna be having to play catch up. But I see that y'all got y'all plans together, man. Y'all been putting y'all minds to work, and man, I'm glad to hear that, man. And we're gonna have to continuously check in, man, once every 2 weeks or something, man. Do a weekly update and talk to the people, whether it's about upcoming releases or whatever, man. Like, let's get on here and chop it up, man. And is it anything that we didn't touch on that y'all want to say to the people before we get out of here?
I think I'm all good, man. Just like I said, just adapt. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the opportunities.
What about you, Neil? Anything you want to say to the people out here?
Yeah, same thing. Just adapting. You know what I'm saying? Really, just put your head in the books. Like whatever it takes for you to study your craft or whatever you're trying to get into. This is the time to study. It's the time to learn everything, the ins and outs. Put your feet on the ground and just, you know what I'm saying, work 10 times harder than what you would normally work.
All right, my last question to y'all, man. This is the last question. Who Instagram be the most litest right now, man? Who Instagram is the most lit, man? I know Tory Lanez doing his thing. You know, Boosie doing his thing. You got all of the versus battles. Who on social media y'all following right now, man? Give me some pages to follow, man.
Man, I've been trying to stay out. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the Tory situation, so I've been in and out. But like Nell said, man, I've been kind of doing the Dave Jeff, the Fashion Geek, Zoes. You know what I'm saying? I've just been kind of tuned in with people that's kind of already doing, you know what I mean, doing something positive. I checked out Diego's interview, so anything that got something to do with what I got going on, if I see it come across, I check it out. But besides that, I try to stay out that mess, man.
Yeah. Now, what you got some social media pages out there that's cracking?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm same how he is, bro. I ain't been in tune with nothing outside of what's going on with Chicago fashion shoes. Like I've been studying, bro. Like I really been studying so I can revamp, and I just feel like I feel like everybody got a do-over right now. So I ain't really been thinking about Tory Lanez. And I mean, I've been hearing it, you know what I'm saying, getting a little glimpse, like you say, getting a little glimpse. But as soon as you click on it, it's like, all right, I should be doing something better right now.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. I'm glad to hear that y'all it seems like y'all got y'all minds where they need to be, man. That's good. That's good to hear. So before we get out of here, I want to leave the people with a couple books. You know what I'm saying? You ain't necessarily gotta buy no book. They got an app called Audible. Y'all can download these books. I want y'all to check them out. One is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's by Mark Manson. That's a real dope book. I would definitely urge people to get that Dapper Dan, Made in Harlem. That's a real good book. And I would say the last book that I would give y'all to read during this downtime would be The Way of the Superior Man by David Dieter. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to leave the people with, man. Some books that you can download off the audio off Amazon or whatever and listen to them. You ain't got to necessarily sit there and read them. You can ride your bike. You can get your daily workout listening to something that's going to enrich your soul and build your mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just want to thank y'all, man. I can't thank y'all enough for taking the time out to sit down and chop it up with me. Dre, you know what I'm saying? You know it's love. Nell, you know it's love. And as soon as this shit break, man, I'm there in person chopping it up with y'all, man. And I'm gonna make sure that I get the people y'all websites. And I also want to urge everybody that's viewing this content that I know everybody just got their stimulus money, that them checks came down the line, and if you just keep in mind that, you know, you might have got $1,200, man, set $100 to the side to support a local business. So whether you supporting Pillars or you supporting Fame, you know, that money can do more in the hands of an independent business than it could do, you know, shopping with Nike, Adidas, you know, the bigger corporations. They gonna be straight, you know what I'm saying? So if you got your stimulus money or you got a couple extra dollars that on your check this week or this month, man, make sure you set aside $50, $100 to spend with a brand of your choice, something local, you know what I'm saying? Something that's gonna feed the community, man, because we got to take care of each other during this time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man, much love to y'all, man. Y'all stay safe out here, man, and we're gonna chop it up again soon, man. Love.
Love, bro. You too.